You can start it. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wa sallallahu wa sallam ala Muhammadin wa alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. My dear respected brothers and sisters, those who are with us listening this morning to some of the benefits from the tafsir of Sheikh Abdurrahman bin Nasr al-Sa'di rahimahullah, tafsir Surat Al-Baqarah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, يَسْأَلُونَكَ عَنِ الشَّهْرِ الْحَرَامِ قِتَالٌ فِيهِ قُلْ قِتَالٌ فِيهِ كَبِيرٌ وَصَدٌّ عَنْ سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ وَكُفْرٌ بِهِ وَالْمَسْجِدِ الْحَرَامِ وَإِخْرَاجُ أَهْلِهِ مِنْهُ أَكْبَرُ عِنْدَ اللَّهِ وَالْفِتْنَةُ أَكْبَرُ مِنَ الْقَتْلِ وَلَا يَزَالُونَ يُقَاتِلُونَكُمْ حَتَّى يَرُدُّوكُمْ عَنْ دِينِكُمْ إِنِ اسْتَطَاعُوا ومن يرتد منكم عن دينه فيمت وهو كافر فأولئك حبطت أعمالهم في الدنيا والآخرة وأولئك أصحاب النار هم فيها خالدون. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, the meaning of which they ask you concerning fighting in the sacred months. Say, fighting in them is a great offense, is not abrogated by the others, because the absolute is being considered with the limited, and therefore this noble verse limits the general and absolute commandment of fighting. Additionally, one of the attributes of the sacred months, rather the biggest attribute, is the fighting is prohibited during them. However, this commandment is about initiating fighting. As for defensive fighting them, it is permitted during this month. So basically what the Sheikh is saying here, he's saying like initiating the fight with the kuffar in this month is not permitted, right? Is not permitted. But if they fight you in this month, like they attack you, right? You have to defend yourself. You have to defend yourself, even though these are the sacred months, right? Like, for example, one of them is this month, Sha'ban, right? Sha'ban is a sacred month. So if they attack you, then you attack them. If they fight you, you fight them. The Shaykh said that it is permitted during this month as it is permitted within the boundaries of Al-Haram. The historical context for the revelation of the noble verse was due to a particular event that occurred during a Sariya, a battle in which the Prophet ﷺ did not take part. The Muslims, under the command of Abdullah ibn Jahsh, killed Amr ibn Hadrami and confiscated the belongings of the polytheists, according to a narrative. As this fighting occurred during the sacred month of Rajab, the polytheists blamed the Muslims for having waged a battle during a forbidden month, although the polytheists themselves were committing many extremes. They committed many evils which far exceeded the severity of the fighting that the Muslims were being blamed for. Allah pointed out their evil by saying, to prevent people from the way of Allah. The evenness of these polytheists was that they prevented people from embracing faith in Allah and His Prophet ﷺ, placing the faithful in hardship, trying to remove them from their faith, and indulging in disbelief during the sacred months and in the sacred city. Was this not enough to make them the accused instead of the accuser? Subhanallah, look at this. Subhanallah al-Azim. Would not the severity of this evenness increase manifolds, wallahi, when it was being committed during a sacred month and in the sacred city? Look, to expel its inhabitants, that is to expel the worshippers from Masjid al-Haram. The reference is to the Prophet ﷺ and his companions because they were the most deserving of offering prayers in Masjid al-Haram, and in fact really were the ones who made this sacred mosque populated. But the polytheists expelled them from Masjid al-Haram and did not allow them to come near it, although the sacred house of Allah held and still holds the same state of reverence for the outsiders as it held for the residents of Mecca. So this is worse than killing. Subhanallah al-Azim. That is, the wickedness of each of these evils is worse than killing someone in the sacred month. So what can be said of those who combine all the above mentioned evils? That is, it is proven that they are indeed themselves the evildoers and sinners and have no right to blame the faithful. Subsequently, Allah informs that these polytheists and idolaters will constantly fight the faithful. However, this fighting does not entail killing the faithful or looting their possessions, but concerns their intention for the people of faith to abandon their religion and return to their previous state of infidelity, once again being included among the group destined to be the inhabitants of hell. Thus, they use all their strength to make the faithful revert from their religion. أعوذ بالله من ذلك. Shayateen. Endeavoring day and night to achieve this purpose. But no matter how bitter the infidels may become. وَيَأْبَى اللَّهُ إِلَّا أَن يُتِمَّ نُورَهُ وَلَوْ كَرِهَ الْكَافِرُونَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in another ayah, Allah will not conclude sending the light of His guidance. Allahu Akbar. Allah will not conclude sending the light of His guidance. All disbelievers have the same disposition to continuously fight against others until they make them revert from their religion. This is especially true for the Jews and the Christians who have formed missionary groups for this very purpose. Wallahi. You see them all over the place. They go to Africa, they go to India, they go here, they go there. Why? To bring the people into shirk. They have opened hospitals and schools to attract the people of other nations into their religion. And they try their utmost to create doubt in people's mind about their own religion. But it is hoped from Allah, who has been benevolent and kind towards the Muslims and Islam, and has chosen and completed for them His religion, which is the most upright, that He will complete His blessings on them by establishing their religion completely, to humiliate and defeat all those who wish to extinguish His light, and to tie the plots of the disbelievers around their own necks. Allah will surely support His religion and uphold His word, as the noble verse of Surah Al-Anfal states, and which applies to the present day infidels as it did to the disbelievers of the past. Inshallah, we're going to stop right here. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant us all beneficial knowledge and righteous action. Walhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Wa sallallahu wa sallam ala Muhammadin wa alihi wa sahbihi wa sallim.